Hi, Susan Modest here. Today I'm going to be trying to break down the process of Bitcoin, maybe cryptocurrency mining, but I will be starting with the big boy of coins and talking to you about Bitcoin mining and what that even means. We throw that term around a lot, and I don't know that the average person really knows what it means, and sometimes that makes them think that they have to be super technical to understand it, and that is just not the case. But a couple of things, if you are the kind of person who needs to at least have a rudimentary understanding of what something is before you can see yourself as getting involved, I'm going to attempt to break that down in this video for you. So where does the term mining come from? It comes from the use of a word that has been applied to other things of value that require a process to be able to yield. So gold mining, diamond mining, coal mining, that's why the term mining. There is nothing being physically dug up when it comes to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. It's just a term that a lot of people can relate to, and it's a term that's stuck. So what is really happening? What are miners really doing? First of all, I want to explain that literally anybody could be a miner. Bitcoin and most cryptocurrencies, there are some out there that you do have to watch because they don't fall into this category, but cryptocurrencies were designed initially to be decentralized. So there's no banking system, there's no treasury that is going to be the only producers. Bitcoin, being decentralized, was made so that the everyday person could yield this form of currency on their own as long as they had gone through the process. So we do have some everyday miners, but because demand has gotten larger and the scale has had to go up, there are some companies and some larger miners than others, and that is to be expected with any kind of growth. If you still wanted to mine today from your home, you could. It's honestly, at this point, with the difficulty levels having gone up the way that they have, it gets really cost prohibitive, and the conditions and the power that's pulled, the cooling that's required, there's a lot that goes into it. Could you? Yes. Do you want to? I don't know. You got to weigh it out, especially when there are options. So what do the miners do that actually yield Bitcoin? So the first thing they do is that they collect transactions from the network. You've heard about this network. In fact, you've probably heard some more recent complaints through Bitcoin's growing pains that the transactions had gotten painfully slow. And let me go ahead and continue to explain why. So once these transactions are collected, the next step is for the miner to validate them, each and every transaction that goes through. And the process of validation is what ensures that there are no repeated transactions, there are no conflicting transactions, no duplicates, which I guess is the same thing as repeated. And the way to think about this is if you got paid a paycheck and somebody else got exactly the same paycheck, okay? Which one of you has money from that paycheck? That's a conflicting transaction. Chances are none of you, or the person who cashes it first maybe wins, but somebody is going to be without. So with Bitcoin, the danger of that happening is nullified. And it's actually the same way with gold. Now, I do like gold as a store of value, has a 5,000-year history, but the same is true. There's lots of times that governments have been paid in gold or lent gold or gotten loans based on gold. So has somebody else on that same batch of gold. So who has the claim? That is a conflict, that is a debt, and that is a big hole to be in. So again, Bitcoin founder made sure that that would not be the case with Bitcoin. So each one of these have to be validated. The miners then put these transactions into blocks. And the next step is for cryptographic hashing to take place. And so what does that mean? The best way that I could explain it, because I am not a cryptographer myself, so the best way I can explain it is that the computers have to solve complex math problems, an algorithm. And it's an algorithm that, or a function that ensures there is no inverse function to it, which is another security measure. And that is what gives it its highest security. And this is why it is so hard to actually create a fake Bitcoin. It cannot happen because of all of these kinds of measures. And once they get a cryptographic hash that's good enough to count, they submit it to the network, adding it to the blockchain, which is that string of blocks. That hopefully this is starting to make sense because you've heard people talk about the blockchain. So the string of blocks, once they submit that block to that blockchain and it has met all the criteria of having that cryptographic hash that was good enough to yield a reward, the reward is a Bitcoin in return. So if that sounded like it was a lot, just take it piece by piece, listen to this video. Again, you don't even have to know this to be involved in it, but again, some of our minds have to sort of understand something before we'll get involved. So if you are looking to earn Bitcoin, know that you can do it without the involvement of any centralized entity. It's not illegal to create Bitcoin. And if you're wondering if Bitcoin has any value, well, maybe we can start with square one. Check the IRS. Check the laws behind that and see what the IRS thinks. And you'll find that the IRS finds value in Bitcoin. And so if the government finds it, it should be good enough for you, okay? So you will get taxed on Bitcoin, and it's important that you follow the tax rules because you don't want to get yourself in any trouble. And for me as a Bitcoin enthusiast and really a philosophical Bitcoin enthusiast, not just about the money-making part, I really want to see us do the things the right way. I really want to see some form of cryptocurrency, whether it be Bitcoin or another stronger one down the road. I really want to see it take over because of that decentralized aspect that really equalizes everything. So I want us all to do things the right way. But if you think that it didn't have value, like I said, check the IRS, you'll see that it does. And so it's something that you want to get into, especially if you're one of those people who feel like you are behind in building up financial wealth because of values and the way that values are rising. Not the only strong feature, not even the number one strong feature, but let's face it, if we can have something that has more value. If I could show you how to mine gold today, you might want to be involved in that so that you could increase your wealth at a faster pace. And so that's what's going on with Bitcoin. And if you wanted to mine on your own, there's certainly a lot of information out there. Now, if you are thinking, yes, you want to be in mining, but you don't want to have to learn how to set up a rig and all of that, then connect with me because I am involved in mining and I'm not doing it from my home. I'm not doing it with my own power. But you can get started anywhere from $35.90 and up, of course, according to your goals. We can talk about that and we can do some calculations. So let me know if this is something that you want to do. And I look forward to working with you. I look forward to spreading the news about Bitcoin. And I hope that this video helped demystify mining. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.